you know, these stupid autonomous delivery vehicles that they've rolled out in China. Now, I remember when they first rolled it out and everyone was making a big propaganda hoo-ha.
Yes.
And they were like, wow, this is incredible. Look at China's got these robots that'll deliver things. And it made for good propaganda.
It did.
And they work to a certain degree. But just like everything else, it's done for effect and then it's kind of just left to its own devices and then it just sucks.
Yeah.
And it runs down and it doesn't get kept up or anything. So let's take a look at what they've been up to recently, you know, now that they've been left to their own devices. Let me play this. By the way, what you're seeing there is in China, in the slightly more rural areas, and when I say slightly more rural areas, it can literally be a 20-minute ride out of a big city. Farmers, like local small-scale farmers, what they'll do is they'll dry their produce on the road, okay, because they need to dry their corn or their wheat or whatever it is, right? So they harvest stuff and then they go, you see them, they like, you know, raking it
Harvesters of sorrow.
Yeah, exactly. They like rake out, in this case, that's corn, obviously. And they put it on the road because it's the best place to dry it.
Free land.
But it's very inconvenient for if you're on a motorcycle or something, you come up to like just corn on the road. Now you have to try go around it, but now the oncoming traffic you have to wait for.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Obviously, these guys don't care.
Been through that many times.
These guys don't care.
Oh. They're supposed to
Yeah,
stop.
look, it's on the dude's corn. It's like,
Dude's like, stop!
yeah, stop ruining my corn. This woman's like, don't you dare. It's like,
Is he doing a burnout?
yeah.
China's not so
No. I mean, yeah, they're not very good.
Freaking clankers.
Look, it just smashed into that dude's like tricycle.
Yeah.
It doesn't know where it's going. I love how this thing can't get over the speed bumps. Okay, I just want to point this out. You've seen here, and we've shown in previous episodes, they'll drive through a gate.
Yeah.
They don't stop. They're like, the sensors on these things are trash.
Yeah.
What kind of a garbage sensor can't even pick up?
It's gonna run people over.
Yeah, it can't even pick up that gate.
No.
What if that was a child, once again, you know?
Yeah, a little kid would be about that height, right?
Yeah. It just literally rams into it and keeps going. It doesn't even like stop. It's like there's resistance, but it doesn't stop. It'll just keep going.
Now they're showdown.
Yeah, they're
Flanker
just like,
showdown.
Yep. They're so dumb.
They're mad dumb.
Yeah.
All this robot stuff coming out of China is very dumb.
That's the problem.
Like consumer robot stuff.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It's made to work, but it's not made to work well.
No.
Because it doesn't know how to overcome these situations. Why is it going into oncoming traffic?
Dude, it's going to cause these like miles-long traffic jams that we just saw.
It's true. Yeah. The whole thing is like, you know, when you understand electronics and robotics and stuff, if it hits something, if it makes impact and there's resistance, it should not try to keep going forward.
No.
And you see in a lot of these clips, like we just previously saw, it hit the barrier.
Yeah.
And it still tries to push forward.
It's true.
That is absolutely terrifying. Look, it literally is trying to go the wrong way.
The truck's like flashing it like it's going to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no one in there, bro.
Yeah.
Just run him over.
Yeah, how?
It's just a clanker.
Exactly. And it's like trying to crash into the truck. It's trying to go in the wrong lane because it's like, I'm not going to wait in traffic. What a piece of garbage. 'Cause, you know, like you've got a trunk of your car and you like, it automatically closes. If it detects your hand in there, it stops and it goes back up.
Yes.
Well, with this thing, it would detect your hand and then push more.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Look at this thing's
Look at all the
ripping.
landmines, by the way.
Yeah, there's tons of delay.
If it rains, those things fill up with water, and you're going down.
Yeah, if you step on them, it splashes all over you. So this guy's ripping around in this parking lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm just going to go this way. Onto the road, doesn't stop, just goes directly in, then kind of goes in the middle, gets confused, and then just stops.
Why?
Because they suck. Because they're rubbish. And it's just like those...
Dude, China's in the future. Come
I mean,
on.
that's the thing. I remember, you know, like now you see all the humanoid robots and they're like, China's living in the future. This used to be this. They'd be like, oh, look, China's autonomous like delivery vehicles. China's living in the future. No, dude, China's just got a bunch of crappy remote controlled things that don't work very well.
True. And these things will be trashed in a couple of years. They'll be like, that was a bad idea.
It already is kind of
It doesn't work.
They're causing so many problems and they're so rubbish. Yeah. I mean, China will not release the statistics of how many fatalities have been involved with these things, like
definitely
running over
not.
kids and
Definitely
stuff. Because
not.
you know that happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
just-
blue sky there, though, at least. Sky
Yeah.
don't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes both ways, guys.
Yep.
Sky don't lie.
Occasionally, China has good blue skies. It does happen.
Does happen
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah, it's far less than most other countries, but it still happens. Man, this is a long clip.
Well, why don't you skip through it? Because we have so much freaking important content coming up.
I don't know.
here.
I kind of I'm enjoying watching this thing just sit there and not know what to do.
It literally looks like a still photo.
It does. Oh, yes. Sorry. There are a couple of things that happened over the previous week, so we'd like to get you guys caught up, okay? On the 26th of September in Hebei, on the Beijing to Harbin Expressway, trucks and cars for hundreds of meters caught fire.
Yeah, dude.
It's insane. Look at
Look at how long it went.
pillars of
It's
smoke.
like a kilometer down.
So you can see here burnt out EVs. You can see like oil tankers. You can see like all sorts of things. On the 29th of September, in Dandong, let's give it a
Port of Dandong.
Port of
They have it in
Dandong.
Port of Dandong.
Yeah, in Liaoning.
Wow.
One of their public fancy EV burn your driveway public buses caught fire. And these things are so dangerous and hazardous, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You very rarely see news coverage of the sheer amount of electric vehicle fires in China because there are so many. It's
That
incredible.
was electric, eh?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I've ridden on those electric buses.
Yeah.
In Shenzhen.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, pretty worrying to see that.
Wow. That's wild.
So yeah,
That strikes me as more of an ice fire. You know, the way it looked.
An
That's what I
ice
asked.
fire?
You know, like a
an ice
internal
fire. No.
combustion engine.
No, that's
just it wasn't
it's
like
not.
going.
Yeah,
You
sure,
know, like I
sure,
usually
sure. Okay, on the 30th of September in Fujian, restaurant fires that happened here, it sparked a massive fire that burnt down an entire neighborhood.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, it wasn't just the restaurant.
No,
oh,
you'll
yeah,
see.
It took off, right?
yeah.
Because everything's so cramped together.
And also, very poor safety. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
When it comes to things like fire inspections, everyone's paid off.
Yeah.
You can see it's starting to catch the whole sort of area on fire.
Well, that's where you get the fake fire hydrants and stuff
Yes,
that don't
yeah,
work.
that don't work. Yeah, on the side of the road, the fire truck turns up. They try to like plug it in, and it doesn't work because it's not real.
Yeah.
It's not connected to anything. Yeah, pretty rough.
Yeah. People
So-
are asking about that bus. Why didn't it have battery ejection?
Oh yes, why didn't they
Shoot
eject
the
it into
battery into the
somewhere? Yeah,
crowd.
exactly.
I mean, they rain fire on their people, so.
yeah. So you can see this fire really spread.
Wow, yeah. I mean, everything's just so tightly packed.
It is, and again, the firemen, although like I'm not trying to knock them for trying, but they're not very well equipped or trained, and it's just difficult for them to gain access to these places because of the way things are set up. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have like fire lane, don't park here type thing.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
find
Like
here.
people will park
Yeah,
there
you
and
just-
clog it, and they won't get
Yeah.
out of the way.
No, yeah, it's impossible. Okay, this happened, dude. This happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, there is something going on.
Yeah, we don't know. This is in Germany.
Yeah, Jiangmen, right? So, yeah. And Guangdong has been having this chikungunya virus, but this might be something else.
Yeah, well, because you can't get chikungunya from eating meat or getting
It doesn't
from a
matter,
person.
though. As far
They
as
don't
the
understand
Chinese government
virology,
was
yeah.
swabbing fish
True.
and rocks and truck tires for
That's
COVID.
true.
They don't understand how this works.
That's true.
They just try to just disinfect everything.
True.
So they're spraying mosquito poison on the raw
Well,
meat.
you don't actually know that it's mosquito poison. We don't know what they're spraying.
Yeah, but it's
something
disinfectant.
bad.
It's it's disinfectant of some kind. It's poison. It's not.
Yeah, yeah.
It's there to kill mosquitoes, so therefore it's probably not good to ingest.
Probably not.
Would you say so?
Probably
something
not.
that kills another living thing is probably going to be unhealthy for you.
Take some DEET.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's like, oh, I'll use DEET as deodorant and
deodorant.
yeah, exactly. Oh, as a breath freshener. But I mean, take a look. They are spraying it directly on the meat and on the vegetables and stuff in the wet market. It's absolutely ridiculous. Take a look. That's in the wet market. I mean, come on, guys. And people are going to go buy that meat. You know?
True.
We'd had this massive vendor uprising. Do you want to fill people in on this?
Yeah, so this is, I got a couple notes here.
Yeah,
there was,
note it up.
in Yunnan and Kunming.
Yeah.
There's a clash with urban management officers. These are like the police thugs that are paid by the government to do the dirty work of the CCP, clear out roads and do all the stuff the police aren't supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it got crazy, dude. There was vendors that were like, yo, we're setting up a night market here. It's a tourist area, right? And the government was like, nah, right?
Yeah.
So the vendor's like, no, you're cutting off. The economy's doing really bad in China.
Sure.
You're cutting off our only income source, right? So it turned into an all-out war.
Yeah, between the
With the
city
local
management,
government,
Or
it was
Chongguan.
crazy. I think it was 800 vendors, so like thousands of people were involved.
Yeah.
And it was just a huge clash. It was nuts.
Yeah, another thing that happened, in this past while.
Yeah, we had missed this.
Is someone allegedly blew up a public security bureau in Hebei.
Yeah, it's basically your CCP office.
Yes.
They blew up a CCP office. Look at the sheer length of this thing.
These are nuts. I actually drove past one of these here in America recently on a road trip. But in China, I also drove past one. This is one of those wind turbine blades.
This shouldn't be on the road.
And he shouldn't be trying to overtake that, to be fair, because look, it smashed his car.
Look at this thing.
Yeah. They're colossal. They're absolutely insane.
That's so poorly thought out.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I wanted to point something out because, like I said, I recently did a road trip through China with a Chinese friend of mine, and one thing I noticed was, which I sent the footage. You put it in, right? Is that when you have something of that size being transported on the freeways, which they do on the interstates, there's a lot of.
Yeah, I didn't know this went on now. We're just enjoying.
I also love the fact that no one stopped to help the guy, the truck that crashed into him or anything.
True.
This is footage I took myself when I was traveling, and this is just entering into Utah.
Okay.
From Nevada.
Okay.
And you see they've got a big thing there, and they block the entire road for that.
Yeah.
And then in Iowa, they have a lot of these wind farms, just to give you an idea of the scale of one of those blades.
That shouldn't be going down the road.
Well, yeah. They have to transport them down the road, but if you're going to transport it, you should have all those follow vehicles to
and that was a narrow road.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's to prevent people from trying to overtake it, because accidents are going to happen. But it just shows you China has poor planning.
Yeah.
And very poor safety standards for anything. And that's just proof over there, once again.
I remember you left my spirit, with you high is all I'm feeling. Remember.
There is a lost dog poster next to the dog meat restaurant.
Do not Narendra Modi. What is this? Cancel. I know. Japan, Rus and Russia. Do you understand?
When they tried to ban social media, that's when it kicked off.
The scenes of Nepalese government buildings set ablaze were reminiscent of other successful uprisings in Sri Lanka and Bangladesh.
How many
And it's
episodes?
like 1,142 episodes, and it's still continuing. They actually ended up throwing a couple of them in the river, I think.
Yeah. Kind of interesting to see how they've been playing this. We've been kind of tracking it.
Yeah.
Remember